attention, please. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
What is up, everybody? It is the Dennis and Andy Show, back under one roof, the way it was always meant to be.
That's right.
DNA together with you. We're not wearing pants. You should take yours off as well so you can feel free, just like we are. What? I didn't say we weren't wearing underwear. I've got my tighty whities on. You should learn how to wear underwear instead of going camo on our
you mean commando
on our DNA show days.
I say I haven't worn camo one since underoos, because underoos were fun and we could have more than one.
Well, I hear actually when you're walking around naked, it is like camouflage because it's very hard to find and see. Oh boy. There we go. Starting the show off right, I tell you.
Right. Yes, right.
That is how you do it. Hope everybody's doing well. Dennis and I were in Raleigh this past weekend for the inaugural launch of a new convention, and it was fun. Good time. Met some people. Dennis got to meet the Joe Rubenstein and hear some stories from Joe.
Yeah, he was a hoot.
I've known Joe for years, so that was fun. And then got to meet some other people, other creators. Got to meet Bo Han, who is very cool, an artist whose work I've known of for a long time, but I've never officially met him. And found out he doesn't live too far away from us, and he'll be at the Minicon.
Yeah, we'll get to see him this Saturday. Speaking of which, Minicon is in Charlotte. Saturday, one day only. Come out and see us. We've got a nice little 6-foot table, so we'll be there to chat, and we'll have some Kor-Drath and stuff with us and things like that. But hey, it's good to come out and chat with us.
That's right. Have a good time.
Buy some comics.
You got Steve Epting, Rick Leonardi, Mark Bagley, Brian Stelfreeze. I'm trying to think who else. I know I'm forgetting people. Oh, well, they're going to be there and more.
Yeah, which is actually a really solid lineup for the Minicon. The big convention, which is usually around Father's Day weekend, they have a huge selection of great comic book creators and stuff. So it was nice to see. It's at a different venue. So if you're used to going to the Grady Cole Center, it's not there. It's somewhere else. So go to their website and get it. And hopefully we'll see you there on Saturday.
And they do have free parking.
Yes, free parking. No,
and lots of it
this year. Yeah,
lots of it too. Free parking, lots of it. You can even bring in a water. You couldn't bring in an unopened bottle of water at the other
security
place.
Guards tackled Andy last time, and he goes, "What?" He goes, "Water." Smackdown.
I had that bottle of water so far up me, I can't believe they found it. That was amazing.
And they didn't even put the Vaseline on the glove when they went like that.
No, well, I mean, you didn't either when you put it up there for me. So,
but hey, that's different. That's the first time.
You were elbow deep, son. I'm not a cow. I told you.
That wasn't
before.
elbow. That was shoulder.
Oh my God!
I didn't know your intestines were that big.
Oh, I tasted your fingertips.
Oh,
and that's not because they were going that.
And I put thumbs it on it.
Oh, gross. You always take this show down a path we don't need to go.
Uh-huh.
You do. All right. Well, we have a guest today. He's been on the show before. He is returning. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Supposedly there's this new thing in StreamYard. I'm very curious to see. What's it say? Nope. Don't want to do that. Nope. I don't understand.
There are new things in StreamYard, but you can hear a lot of nope.
Yeah, no. Supposedly, forget it. Whatever, StreamYard. Once again, you're letting me down. So we'll just bring them on.
The regular way. The plain old usual Wonder Bread formula style.
Exactly. And as usual, I'll say the first name and Dennis will say the last like we do with every guest. Hey, Eric.
How you doing, Eric?
That's not his name's not Eric. It's
up,
not
guys?
Eric. You know, I tried.
Ninaltowski.
Close.
Close. Oh, so close.
Even I know that's not how you say it.
It was really close. I know we had the problem the last time.
No worries, man.
So
Cow.
what is it? Say it proper.
Ninaltowski.
Ninaltowski.
Yeah.
Actually, it's Ninaltowski. Sorry, Ninal.
It's just
like Smith, but with the ski at the end.
Exactly.
I'm Smitsky.
In
So
the
how you
grand
doing?
scheme of artists, it's not as bad as like Bill Sienkiewicz or something, but it's getting there.
It's close. Yeah.
You know, to make it easier when you sign the books, you're just going to have to go Eric N.
Right.
I'm imagining you kind of do that anyhow. I can't imagine you have a really artsy signature because that would take too long.
It's just like a minute and then a cross for the T. You get the
Yep.
idea. Yeah.
That's it. As long as it's not the same one you use for checks and official stuff.
Right.
Yeah, that's a no-no. That's what Dennis does when he signs books. I'm like, man, all anybody has to do is just learn how to do that. Go to a bank and they're got you.
Oh, man.
Look, a doctor's signature is a doctor's signature. It just doesn't change.
Yeah, you're not a doctor though.
Yep, but I have their signature.
But you play
only-
one on TV.
That's right. If only I got paid like one.
Oh God, that'd be nice. That would be nice. So you don't have to experience any of the snowy weather that the East Coast has been going through.
This is true. Yeah. We took a walk this morning. It was a nice 60 degrees. It was pretty nice.
And what has the low been? Because you're past the lows of the winter out there. So what was the lowest it got this year during the day?
So in the mornings, during the day?
Yeah.
Oh man, during the day. 72?
Oh my God.
Nice.
Yep.
So what is your low at night? Because you're out in the San Diego-ish area, right?
Yeah. It's been getting chilly at night, like 43, but still not horrible, but 43 is pretty cold for us.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear that's what it is here. It's actually not bad now. It's 60 degrees now, so
Okay.
that's pretty good.
It was 35 this morning, and then when I got to come over, I always hit the local comic shop before I come over to do the show, and I was like, "Wow, it got balmy out. That's nice." Kind of
Very
missed
cool.
it.
So how much
No,
snow is on the ground right
That
now?
made me feel like I wanted to go back on another cruise and get away from Andy
Oh,
again.
give it a few weeks. You'll be on one, I'm sure.
Yeah, I can.
He's on
How
a
much-
once-a-month cruise plan. Cruising for a bruising, that is.
That's what my dad always said.
That's right.
Did you guys get hammered with snow or no?
No, we don't. We got snow. We got record snowfall. What was it, 2 weeks or 3 weeks now? 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
3 weeks ago.
Okay.
But I mean, honestly, by that Friday, that was on a Saturday. And by that Friday, yeah, you couldn't really tell.
We made great snowmen, had snowball fights. I mean, both of my shovels were in use, which I haven't had to do in years.
Yep.
It was great because us Northerners brought our shovels down and we decided to keep them just in case.
Yep.
And this was the just in case.
Nice.
Yep. Not like New York that got pummeled. And if you want to be a nice citizen of New York and go shovel, you have to show 2 forms of ID, I hear. So,
And if you want to get paid, whoa. Did you hear they're raising it? For those of you
It's
in
30.
New York, it was 19 and nobody showed up. And now it's 30 because somehow they thought $19 was a fair wage in New York. That doesn't even get me a cold cut combo, like Happy Gilmore would say, from Subway.
that's right. That's right. Well, Billy was telling us last night on the professionals that I guess they don't really have a way to, like, people were showing up and then I guess like getting shovels or whatever and then leaving. But there's from what Billy said, there wasn't really anything in place to like check to make sure. So in other words, pick up a shovel, come back 8 hours later and go, whew, that's some tiring work. Here's your shovel back. Pay me for 8 hours.
Right.
Now, I don't know if that's true, but it would surprise me.
Some people even brought their own shovels, the ones that actually did, and they said, nope, you can't use them. What?
Really?
Yes, they wouldn't let them use their own shovel.
Really?
And I'm like, what? Does it have to be New York City approved shovel? If it picks up and throws, it works. You know, with all of that at $30 an hour to hire all these people, wouldn't it have been cheaper just to go rent? They do have trucks with those little plow things on the front. You can rent them. Wouldn't it have been easier to rent that for a couple of days?
Probably. But, oh well. We're not here to talk about the snow up there, even though you might want to see it. Have you seen snow before?
Yeah. I'm from New Jersey originally.
Oh, okay. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. And you got the hell out of there. Not like your governor's any better for now, but
true.
Hopefully in November that can change.
Exactly.
But we have great weather. I do love the weather out in San Diego.
Yeah. San Diego is, pretty conservative compared to the rest of California, so that's very nice.
Yes. Is it really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly, I only go out there for that week for the con, and you don't really get a sense that well. So
well,
that's
until
cool.
a few years ago, they did the whole redistrict thing. The Democrats did, and so they kind of like looped areas in with super liberal areas, and so now San Diego is kind of more Democrat, but we still have a great mayors, good sheriffs and all that stuff. So it's still pretty conservative. Then you got Coronado, which is like Navy Island, and it's super conservative. So
Have you ever stayed at the Coronado Hotel?
No, but we'd love to go there. You can walk around.
Beautiful. We stayed there. We were there. I don't know what 5-6 years ago for 4th of July. We got to be there for the fireworks and everything. My son went to school out there, so we down in Riverside. So we would go. Nice. We stayed there and we did the highway going north and stuff. Had a great time. But what a historically beautiful hotel that is.
Definitely. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. And how long have you been out there for? I know we asked you last time, but
25 years now.
Oh, wow. Okay. You've been out there a long time.
Yeah. Actually 20. I came here in 2005. So
that's when we came up here to North Carolina. What took you out there?
My wife, she's from here.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
I mean, New Jersey sucks, Eric. I don't know how you lived your whole life here, but you're either going to be single, and stay, or you're going to be married to me in San Diego. It's your choice.
Yeah.
So, well, there you go. That's cool. Yeah, we were talking before the show about a couple Alien series. So, Alien Earth. That was the FX show. I think it was 10 episodes. That it's a prequel, right? Basically, or where does that fall timeline? I don't remember. Does anybody know?
What that was I think it was early Wayne Yutani timeline.
Yeah, I think way back, like kind of near the first movie.
Yeah,
that's what I was asking.
Yeah, because the technology and stuff. It's been a while since I saw it. Did you like it?
Overall, I kind of did. It took a while to get into it, but I liked the, it wasn't just aliens. It was like these other crazy creatures, and they're going around collecting them all. And so you kind of like, it kind of hyped up the horror aspect of it a little bit. So I liked it. I thought it was good overall. Yeah.
You don't seem like you liked it.
It was okay. I thought it had its moments. And, kind of what Eric said, the things with some of the creatures, some of the scenes were cool. Not everything made sense. I didn't necessarily like all the characters. And I was just going, meh, it's fine, but it's better than some of the other stuff, that's in there. So, I didn't hate it, didn't love it, but you know, I think they missed a great opportunity to knock it out of the ballpark, because this was one that they had a nice budget on. So, you know, it looked very nice and stuff like that. But again, I think the writing felt a little short, but I didn't hate it. If you're a fan of the universe of Alien and Predator, you know, it's probably worth a watch. It doesn't cost you anything, and make up your own mind, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm probably aligned more with Eric. I definitely didn't hate it. Is there a season 2? Do we know?
I have not seen a green light for it.
Don't know.
Yeah, because I want to say it underperformed, but it's been so long I can't remember.
The good news is the chat will always let us know if there is and we're wrong. They will pop it up immediately. But as far as I know, no season 2, and I think that's probably for the best. I mean,
I don't know.
It is not Starfleet Academy bad. That was bad. So those of you know I'm a huge Trekkie. I decided to break down. I talked to my brother and I said, yeah, I'm going to at least give it a shot and just see what they do. I made it 33 minutes and 30 seconds into the first episode, and I'm like, nope, I'm done. Whoop, turn it off. I'm done. I can't do it. I can't do it. The people that were writing it know nothing at all about Star Trek, could never have literally watched an episode of it or read a book, and everything about it was as wrong as you could go. I mean, it was just terrible.
Oh, you didn't like the gay Klingon?
I think I'm getting hives. I was getting hives. It was so bad. I think I needed calamine lotion to stop itching. It was terrible.
You didn't like the gay Klingon?
No, I didn't like any.
You didn't like the way that, what's the actress name that sat in the captain's chair, the captain, whatever her name was?
So Holly Hunter. I love her as an actress.
Lounging in the captain's chair so disrespectfully. You didn't like
Oh my God. Another thing, a captain doesn't sit like, no captain sits like that. Don't even get me started. It was, oh my God. And she is a great actress.
She is.
I'm like, what in God's name? If you read a script before you said yes and got this big paycheck, what made you think that when you read this that it was good? Holly Hunter doesn't like Star Trek apparently either, because she would have said, oh, wow, you're having me do that? That makes no sense. Anyway, short rant is don't watch it. It isn't worth it. I've heard Nerdrotic absolutely hates it, the gang, and I can see why. I try not to judge anything before I watch it, but I already told my brother's going to give it a shot. I'm going to see
if
he
really?
Yeah, he will give anything a shot, especially if it's hate watching. But you know, he's retired. He's got nothing better to do. So you know, hate watching time. Let's see. I'm curious to see what he says. So I am going to talk to him later this week. So just to see if he started it yet. But man, I mean, the Acolyte started out better than what this did. The Acolyte almost felt like a masterpiece by comparison. And I would rather watch Star Trek any day of the week over Star Wars. I like both, but I love Star Trek. Yeah, this wasn't Star Trek. Anyway, rant over. Done.
Good Lord, that was a long one.
Oh,
Jesus.
You know, it's a good thing we got a guest on. I'd be ready just to can this whole show right now. That's how much it's pissed me off. Or I could take it up and throw a chair through your computer and camera.
No, because you're going to do that table wipe, and that is your laptop. So knock yourself out.
I'll do the table wipe. There we go.
I can't take it. Wipe. I don't care. I got plenty of keyboards around here.
On the good bright side, I haven't finished it. We're going to hopefully tonight watch the final episode of Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. So if you are Game of Thrones fans out there, I will say I was totally shocked at how good the first 5 episodes were. I hope it finishes as well as it started, because, man, I was surprised. This was good fun, actually fun and good writing. So worth a watch for those of you out there that, even if you're not a fan of Game of Thrones, it ties into it because it's part of Westeros. But
well, I was actually going to add, that brings up a good point, because I never watched Game of Thrones. So
you wouldn't need to.
That was my question, because everybody's raving about this show. I haven't watched any of it. Now that I can binge the whole thing, I guess you answered it. I don't need to know shit about Game of Thrones.
Nope, you don't know shit about anything anyway, so this is no different.
That's true, actually. I don't. I do know in the first 5 minutes of this TV show, you see some dude's huge hog because he has to walk outside to take a leak, and that's all Dennis could rave about.
So funny thing is, I
episode.
mentioned to Andy, "Oh, I'm watching this. It was good." First thing out of his mouth. So did you see the guy's huge dong that was on there? I'm like, well, if you're watching the show, you kind of can't miss it
because it takes up the whole screen. I hear.
Yeah, and then you just need to put on your 3D glasses.
I just want to know, does it balance out with boobages? Because it's got to balance out.
Not yet.
What? You're coming up to the season finale, and it's not a perfect scale balance of man to lady parts?
There aren't many ladies in this. This is a guy's story so far. So, hey, we'll see how it ends.
Is this on gay TV? What is this?
Wow.
God.
For a guy who complains that every movie and show is nothing but women, girl bosses, we finally get one that is male-centric, but because there's no boobs in it, the show's no good.
Male bosses dominating the women that take their tops off in the show. Oh, Night Agent season 3. By the way, I started that.
Oh, and
4 episodes in. It's great.
Okay.
Yeah. That's another one for
Marcus, I haven't started this season yet. Obviously, been a little busy, but hey.
Yeah, Night Agent's really good. But anyhow, we are here to talk to Eric about his graphic novel and stuff and what's going on in your life. And here it is. So what do we got? I know you did Shadow Sentry before.
Yeah.
And now you're doing a collected edition of it.
Correct. Yep. So I did 3 books. I did 2 books in the regular series, and then I veered off and I did a origin story. And so that's like 2 different characters. I wanted to focus on their backstories, kind of give you more info on them, because there's a lot of characters in Shadow Sentry. It's probably like, gosh, I don't know, 14, something like that. But so I wanted to slow down a bit, give you a little more on the characters, and I brought in Mark Polton to help me with that issue.
Oh, cool.
Love Mark.
Yeah. So he did a great job on the script. Clayton Barton, he did the breakdowns and layouts, and then I did the finishes. I'll show you a quick sample of that real quick.
And that is new to this campaign, or that was something? Because is this all collected older stuff, or is that a new part? Like,
no, that was already published. I did an Indiegogo for it. So this collected edition is collecting all 3 of the books that I've currently done.
Nice.
So one nice fat book, 160 pages roughly. And yeah, so you kind of get all of them right there. And then, yeah, so lots of good stuff. All the other stuff is by me. I did all the, writing and illustration. Right. And here's a peek at a page from book 2. So yeah, so this is all me. It's my love letter to the 90s and all things, X-Men like that I love. Created all the characters, came up with a cool universe for them to play in. And so basically, to give everybody a rundown, it's like humans have near-death experiences, and when they return from the other side, they bring back a piece of the eternal, I call it, with them. And so now they have supernatural powers. They can break the laws of the world that governs us. Very paranormal, supernatural stuff like that. Heaven and hell, good versus evil. There's the highborn and the hellborn. And here's an awesome shot of Satan himself that Clayton Barton drew. And
cool.
So just, people have superhuman powers, and you have the Shadow Sentry, they're the good guys. Then you have the hellborn. These are the hellborn right here, the bad guys. And yeah, they're kind of out for this young hybrid. He's the son of Commander Noble and Valora. One's a highborn, one's a hellborn. And so they want him for the powers he's most likely going to possess. They don't know for sure because he was a baby at the time. But so it kind of gets into all that, and they're all on the hunt for this kid. So that is the lowdown.
Nice. You might as well play the trailer.
Let's do it.
Let's check it out.
Turn your volumes up. Oop, can I do it on my end, or do you guys have to do that?
Oh no, you can just do it.
Yep.
Okay,
you should be able to hit play and then
if we don't hear it, I'll let you know.
Okay. The play button is not. It's kind of like grayed out.
Really?
Can you stop sharing my screen and let me see if that'll help?
You mean that? Like that?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
no.
Weird. Nope. Still can't click it.
That's odd. Refresh the page, maybe.
Yeah, let me try that.
Oh, he'll be back. We lost him, but don't worry, he'll be back. See, very quick. There he is.
Okay. Now I just got to re-upload it. Hold on. Dun, dun, dun. Well, here, let me do this. I will, because this should work this way too. I'll share my screen and play it from my screen. I uploaded the video because usually it works better if you upload it, but if that's not going to work, I'll do it this way.
Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. All right, well, let's just try it this way.
All right.
No sound.
Yeah, we're not hearing anything.
Okay.
Oh, wait, there it is. Wait.
Can you hear it?
Oh, it's just real low.
Okay. It's probably picking up the sound from my microphone, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When you share it, you gotta make sure you share it with sound.
Okay.
All right, don't worry about it. We'll hold on. I can get it. Just give me 1 second here.
Sure. It's a cool video. You guys got to see it.
I know. I want to. Well, you can tell us. Did you do the video?
No, I didn't. That was all Ripa's people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just provided the images and like I did like the script for it. I guess you could say like the dialogue part, and then they got a voice actor to read it.
Oh,
So,
cool.
Yeah. So it was a fun process.
Shit.
So how does that work? Working with those guys, like how does your functionality work? Your process?
Yeah, it's very simple. Just kind of I give them everything that I have, from my end, and then they kind of assemble it on their end. So, I provide them with the artwork for the books, all that stuff, the pages. And they kind of do the doctoring up of it with the, special stuff, the hardcover and all the, special foils and all that stuff for the books. So very simple, very easy to work with. And, as far as the trailer, they kind of have their guys that put that all together. And so I literally just gave them the artwork, what I wanted it to say, and that was it. And
No, that's cool.
Oh,
I did the
okay.
rest.
So what, while I'm pulling this up and stuff, what made you decide to go that route instead of just throwing it up with your own Indiegogo like you've run before, or campaigns like you've run before?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of,
I can't wait for you to fumble anymore.
Oh boy, Dennis is getting a little pissy. Right, fine, hit play.
Can you hear it?
Since the dawn of creation, the forces of darkness have waged war against humanity. Their battles etched in blood. Vampires, werewolves, witches. Echoes of evil's ancient assault. We once knew these truths, but they faded into legend and lore. Now, the evil one plays a deadlier game. Humans who cross death's doorway return, twisted, imbued with the powers of the fury of hell. We call them Hellborn, and they walk amongst us. But heaven hasn't stood idle. It has chosen its own warriors. I was one of them. I led Marines through the fire. Now I lead soldiers of a different kind. Superhumans forged in light. Our mission? Hold back the tide and stop the legions of hell. The war is here, and we all must be ready. Just know, you are not alone. We will fight for you. We are the Watchers, guardians against the dark. We are the Shadow Sentry.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, that's cool, man. That did come
Yeah.
out nice.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. So, I mean, short answer, I just wanted to kind of get more eyeballs on the Shadow Sentry.
Yeah.
Try something a little different because, as the 3 books kind of did pretty much the same amount monetarily, and then about the same amount as backers. So yeah, I just want to see if I can get more eyeballs on it, see if it can do better, you know, given in their hands.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Well,
So,
cool. What are the different tiers and stuff? Why don't you take us through those?
Yeah. So we got this one here. This is the 4 covers. So the way they do it, they'll have like a regular cover that will be the one that they reprint over and over, which is this one here. This is Dan Dahl. His cover, which turned out fantastic. So his is the regular. Then I have one from Mike Miller. His is like the Hellborn variant.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Per Berg, aka Narwhal. So he did his. And so those 2, well, actually these 3. This one is going to have like an awesome foil background, and
cool.
behind the characters that'll stand out real nice. So those 3 are kind of like the variants just for this campaign, and then once the campaign's over, they'll go bye. So get it
now with the variant covers and this going through Rip Ascend and stuff.
Yeah.
Is that all still you figuring out who you want to get, or is there input, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was pretty much all me.
Okay, cool.
I got Dan Dahl to do his like way back, and I was gonna use it for the 3rd book I did, but I liked it so much, and then going through this, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna put it on this book.
Cool.
Yeah, so I just reached out to them and got those.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was that. So it's a lot of you kind of do your thing, and then they let you run with your like how you want to do it. So
right.
I had a lot of input with how things looked, and I designed the cover for the art book, things like that.
Oh, cool.
So lots of hands-on. They want you to be happy with what they're putting out, so that's cool. There is a hardcover. So let me see here. This is like the book pack, so you can kind of get all the books.
Yeah.
But that's my hardcover there. So the hardcover is going to have like some extra pages of sketches in the back. That's the only difference between the hardcover and the regular covers.
Okay, so it's the same size format wise, you know what I mean, proportion and stuff, just hardcover.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And it'll have some like embossing and cool stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then let's see what else. So here's the hardcover by itself. So they have a lot of options to choose from. That's my cover that I did there.
Nice.
Then they have t-shirt, which again I designed the t-shirt. They do screen printing for those, so it'll be something that'll last a while. You can't really see it, but this is like the Highborn logo, the Hellborn logo, and then on the sides it says Highborn, Hellborn.
No, okay, cool.
Logo on the front. Got a poster from Kanan White.
Okay.
He did a cover for me for book 2 that turned out awesome. So we did a poster of that. And then last but not least, we got the art book, which is, so this is like a collection of all the covers I've had done so far.
Oh, okay.
So lots of good artists in there. Lepresti did one for me. Kanan White, I mentioned, Matthew Weldon, Matt Cosson, Mike Miller. He's done a few for me. Then there's some that haven't been published yet, like Alan Goldman's cover.
Oh, okay.
Who else? Rob Willis did one for me. So just like nice. a lot of cool artwork.
I don't know if I've seen Aaron's. Usually he's pretty good about once he's allowed to sharing stuff. I don't recall it.
Okay. Yeah, it's hopscotch, and then you got glare from the Shadow Sentry in the background. Yeah, it turned out really nice.
Nice.
And so I kind of put this all together, and you'll have the black and white version, and then you'll have the colored version, so you can kind of look at them side by side, which would be kind of cool.
Oh, nice. So the art book's going to have, what's in black and white in the art book? Not the whole story.
No. Sorry. So Aaron's cover, it'll have the black and white version, and then the colored version.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. And how many pages is the art book?
72 pages.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So it looks like it's going to end next month. So when do you think you're going to start fulfilling? Q2, it says?
Yeah. So they're pretty quick on turnaround. So pretty much once it's done, I'd assume like April, May, the latest.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
So then what do you have, unless it's top secret, on the old plans after this then?
Just kind of, I want to see how this goes, and then, slowly work on book 3.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But
yeah, it looks great. I'm an X-Men fan, so as soon as you said it's, anytime anybody says X-Men-ish, my ears suddenly perk up. So I was like, oh, and this is like old X-Men, like 90s, back when X-Men was good, not like 2026 X-Men.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's funny just because he brought up the 90s and stuff. I've been really digging. I kind of reliving some of the 90s stuff. So like you, man, I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Man, I forgot how good Will Spertacio's X-Men and then X Factor stuff was. That stuff was just so freaking good.
We were talking about downsizing. I might have to start downsizing a little bit for a future move. And Andy was like, what do you know you're going to absolutely keep? And I was like, well, there's an obvious one, but I said, Shogun Warriors, my ROM series, I've got a few series like that I will always keep. But I was like, out of all the X-Men, I would say the original run, which was basically Uncanny, but from 1963 straight through, I would probably keep the Jim Lee run, that whole series. And X Factor was just so good. And, the original New Mutants run was really good. And, I would have to see beyond that point, but, that is what this feels like. Even the character with the wings, it kind of reminded me, I think his name was like Avalon or something like that. But it's got, just that looks like the wings coming down there. And I was like, that's just what it felt like. The answer, Exodus, not Avalon, Exodus. Had some really cool characters, and it's got that entire feel to it. And I love that whole era of art and storytelling.
Sweet. Yeah, it's heavily inspired by the 90s stuff. So if you like that, even if you don't like the 90s, give it a try. It's
well, I mean,
that's right.
It's, as they say, it's new to you. What was some of your favorite stuff from the 90s?
Definitely Jim Lee's X-Men run when he's picked up on issue 1, because I think when I got into comics, it was right around the time he started that X-Men run. So kind of like the Uncanny stuff was stuff I had to go back and find and learn about.
Right.
And then that stuff was just like, wow, like blew my mind. Because at the X-Men point, Jim Lee's like super polished and everything just looks crisp and clean. And then like the Uncanny stuff is just like, yeah, that's like mind blowing. I love when they're fighting, in space and you have like Gladiator and all those guys. And,
the
Shi'ar Empire stuff was like awesome. So, yeah. And then the 90s kicked off, or Image kicked off, and so then you had like all them doing their own indie books in a sense, doing their create their own stuff. Right. And that was just like a whole nother, like, I love the Wildcats. I love Cyberforce, so that kind of always inspired me to like, all right, I want to do my heroes and do my own stories and things like that. So
that was just such an exciting time in comics. It really was. Jim Lee launches, and I think to this day that's still the most published issue ever of a book
for X-Men.
Number one,
8 million.
X-Men 1.
I think so.
Yeah, 8 million.
Yeah, there's a reason why that many of us clamored to it. It was just so good, and you're right. All those guys at Image putting out, their books, and Youngblood and Spawn, and it was just great.
It was fun.
Every issue, my comic stack every week was just huge. There was just so many good books. I was even picking up Cap at that time, some Thor, and the 90s. It was just fun, good storytelling stuff. It wasn't as in depth as like the 80s, like the Claremont run and stuff like that, but it was just great stories on it. So great time. So this looks just great. I can't wait to get it. Awesome,
man. Thank you. Yeah, and it was great too because comics were like 95 cents, and then they slowly started.
No, man, not in the. If you're talking about X-Men 1 around that time, I think they were already. I think they were $2.
I was going to say $1.95.
Yeah, $1.95. When the Image started, they came out at $1.95, saying like, Todd especially was like not going above $2, and obviously he had to, but I think there were a couple bucks because I know when I was in the Kubert school, they got to $1 or over at that time. So. Well, don't look at one. One was a double size, I think.
Yeah. Was it
But yeah, now that X-Men run that he did, on the new book, what did he do? He did 12 issues of it. So yeah, he did a year. And even though he got to the point, I think, of doing breakdowns towards the end of it,
yeah, an
art
artsy bear
doing
finishing.
finishes, it was still really just fun superhero stuff,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the coloring wasn't overdone. It was real poppy, and just, it was fun. It was like candy. I love that stuff still. And like I said, I just recently started getting back into, so I used to have them, and I guess I got rid of them. So I went back and got the 6 issues. Yeah, he only did 6 or 7 issues of X Factor, but I got those, and
nice.
Yeah, no, it was that was good stuff.
I'll have to go look into that because I only have a few issues from his Uncanny X-Men stuff, but I'm not familiar with the X-Force.
He did well. You can get Bishop's Crossing. That epic collection is pretty much most of Wils's X-Men stuff.
Okay.
I believe he didn't do a ton of them either. I think between the 2 books, X-Men and X Factor, he might have done a full 12, 13 issues total. But no, it's really good stuff. And then I tell you what, if you haven't seen it, do you ever see Wils's Punisher stuff?
No.
Oh, well, so when he first started at Marvel, he actually started off inking, and he started off on Strike Force. I think it was Strike Force Morituri, the monthly book, and I believe he was inking over Brent Anderson. But he eventually, so they rebooted Punisher. I can't remember which one it was, but Klaus Janson started it, and then it was like Klaus did, I don't know, 4 or 5 issues maybe. But anyhow, Wills took over, and Scott Williams was inking it.
Oh, nice.
And I got the essential one that's all black and white, and it's just gorgeous stuff. But the funny thing is, Wils's stuff back then was more high contrast. He wasn't doing a lot of the fades and stuff like Jim was doing.
Yeah.
But when he came over to X-Men, the only reason I saw an interview with him, when he came over to X-Men, I think to kind of match better, it was his decision to, not do the high contrast he was doing and do more of the fades and stuff. Because then after he left, and when he did Wetworks and Image, Wetworks was kind of back to like Punisher, where it was more high contrast.
Okay.
But yeah, you should check out the Punisher stuff too. Mike Barron was writing it, so it's good stuff.
It is good stuff.
Yeah.
So you can see it was $150.
Oh, there you
go. that tells you, Eric, right there. When you get 4 issues of this out, you need to do a giant gate cover collage like that, because that was awesome. They turned that into an incredible poster, which most of us had one back in the time. But what a great idea! I mean, now that I'm looking at that, that's just good stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
When you downsize, you're going to throw away all your posters.
Depends on what my new room size is going to be. I might just keep original artwork. Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't know this. So the Punisher black and white oversized magazine, so just magazine size, reprinted Wils's run. I did not know that. So that's another good avenue. But the Essential Collection, some of those printed not so great, but this one printed really good. So you can really see Wils's work and Scott Williams' line work. So
sweet.
But no, that's cool. Who did? I can't remember from before we had you on. Did you do the coloring too, or you just did writing pencil inks?
Yeah, colors on issue 2 here. That was Kevin Anthony DeCastro.
Oh, okay, cool. And then who's doing the lettering? Did you do that or?
No, that's Eric Weathers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
very cool. Very cool.
So,
sweet.
Yeah, the first book I had Jesse Hagee do the coloring, and then Carbon Graphics, the guy who does my covers, he kind of went behind him and just kind of like spiced it up a bit, kind of add more contrast and stuff. So it very much looks like this throughout. So there's good, continuity on let me switch over. So on this part down here, this is the Commander Noble backstory. This was another colorist. I kind of wanted to do more like a desaturated look to it. So so I kind of went in and just desaturated everything, and I did the lettering on this one. So
Okay,
it's
cool.
Kind of a fun little exercise.
Yeah, that's a fun little learning curve where you're like, oh my god, I
Yeah.
don't want to do this anymore.
So
But
yeah,
that's cool. How much time is left in the campaign?
so March 13th. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
less
So
than a
A
month.
few weeks.
yeah, a couple
Yeah.
weeks, and they don't. I have no idea. They don't have extended in demand, anything like that. Once it's over, it's over.
So they'll have like a storefront. So
Oh, okay.
you'll be able to get the regular cover. I'm assuming the hardcover, but the art book will be. It's kind of like once they print it and they're sold out, they won't print anymore.
Right.
So the art book and then those 3 other variants, they'll be gone. So,
Right. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Now, do you have to ship it out? Do they do that? Is it how does that work? I'm just curious compared to like how we do it.
Yeah, they do it all for you. So yep, they'll have all the books on hand, and then so that way when they get orders in after the campaign, they could just ship them right out. So no wait times, just orders direct from them, and they'll ship it out.
Oh, that's cool.
That is.
And you don't have anything, I guess, any signed tiers or anything, or no?
We didn't do that. No, not with this campaign.
Right.
Yeah, because the books don't. Do they even get shipped to you?
No. Nope.
Yeah, that's why. I mean,
Right. That's
yeah,
why I
makes
thought,
sense.
Yeah. So some of the guys do that. I'm not that big yet, so they don't. Who cares about me? They don't need my signature.
Hey, now,
But,
how does it work with? So here's a question. So obviously, when you do it yourself, whether it's Indiegogo, Kickstarter, Fund My Comic, whatever,
Mhm.
You'll overprint, so you have some for yourself. So with working with Ripicen, once it finally gets to the printing stage, will you put in like, hey, I'd like to have 10 of this one or 10 of this one or whatever?
Yes. Yep, we did that. So
Okay, cool.
they'll give me 25 comp copies, and then if I want any
Oh, okay.
extra, I'll get a discount from the extra I want.
Right.
So I did that
Oh, that's nice.
with the art book because I'm like, these are going to be, I like those things for myself too. So I'm like, give me a bunch. I can sell my conventions and all that too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Dude,
And
that's really cool.
that was one of the things I liked about them. So because from doing the 3 campaigns, I've got probably close to 2,000 books at my house, and I'm like, I'm maxed out. So if they're taking all that
Right.
takes a lot off my plate. So yeah,
You're like, honey, we don't need that bathroom. Just be quiet. Books are in there.
right.
Way more important. Don't turn that shower on by mistake. You'll ruin my backstock.
Yeah, exactly. So
Well, that's cool. Well, I'm glad to see it's going well and stuff. That's cool, man. That's exciting. Getting your first like trade paperback and stuff out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you hit your goal. Everything looks great.
yeah, man.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
So all of you guys out there, take a peek at this. If you're watching it live, links will be down in the description on YouTube and Rumble. And otherwise, they will be dropped if you're watching it on X Twitter. They'll be in there. So, guys, make sure. And if you're watching this later, like I said, it'll all be down there, even if you're not watching it live. So go check it out, go through it, and back it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Back it now. Get through the chopper. Is there any? Are you up on any of the current stuff that comes out from Marvel, DC, and stuff, or not really?
I've been collecting. Let's see. I get I get Skinbreaker.
Oh yeah, I just got number 6 today.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
there's
a good
5.
one.
So I've been getting Absolute Batman. I just started getting Absolute Batman because I got the collected edition and I was like, this is pretty cool. So once they did the Joker thing, I'm like, I got to check that out. So
I bought number 1, when it came out, 2 years ago, whenever it was, and I read it, and I like Nick's artwork, and I thought the story is okay, but I was like, I'll just wait.
Mhm.
And obviously hindsight being 2020, I wish I would have kept buying them because you could still turn around those original ones pretty well.
yeah,
But I didn't. But I got the trade for Christmas of the first 6 or whatever it was, and read it, and I was like, this is actually really cool, but I only have issue 1, so I'm not going to buy it monthly. And I know the second trade just came out a couple of weeks ago, so I'll probably get that, and I'll probably just read it that way.
yeah.
but I do like where it's going, what they're doing with, like, you know, his rogues gallery of, you know, Riddler, Penguin, all those guys were like his friends.
Yeah, that's
You know, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I take it back. I did buy one issue with Bane. I think the first appearance of Bane I bought just because of the hype and stuff. And once again, I thought it was pretty cool. So I do like it, you know. I think it's, well, my retailer says Wonder Woman's the best one.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. I bought the one issue where Absolute Batman was in it. And, you know, drawn by the normal artist, written by the normal writer. And I was like, yeah, it's okay. And then the next issue after that was when she appeared in Absolute Batman. So I actually did buy that one too. And I thought it was cool. I couldn't get into Absolute Superman at all.
No.
No.
I haven't checked that out.
Absolute Green Lantern, no thanks. Don't care about some chick Green Lantern. Sorry. Call me a misogynist. I don't care. Couldn't do it. Absolute Manhunter, same thing. Martian Manhunter, nah, don't care.
Yeah.
But you know, it's one of those things. Like, they were going to do the three, you know, the trio, and it took off. And it's like, here's Green Lantern, here's Flash, here's, you know, Green Lantern, you know, Manhunter, and whatever. And I'm just like, nope, not getting sucked into that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Skin Breakers, I like. You know, I like the story. I really like what Dave is doing, and finally, for the first time, I didn't flip through it, but I saw it. The shop I go to had the treasury size, because, you know, each one comes treasury size too.
Yeah,
right?
I got the first one. Yeah.
Okay. And, you know, Dave drew it twice up.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I love
Make it
Dave.
bigger, right?
Huh?
Make it bigger. Like, the treasury size is like this. It's like, make it this big.
Yeah, well, that's just it. It's like, I love David's artwork. He probably won't see this. So my one critique is the problem with him drawing it that big with all that good line work at the regular small size, regular comic size, some of the background stuff, because he worked so big, gets lost.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm really hoping when everything's said and done, because it's only 8 issues, they put out a black and white edition.
Yes, totally.
You know, big size too.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't believe, because, you know, Batman Hush came out and they're doing the 11 by 17, you know, books.
Right.
And so I was expecting that. And, you know, I know it's Image and DC, but I was expecting something more like that. And then you got like this kind of shortened kind of, you know, treasury size or whatever they're calling it. And I was just like, it's not much better, because I almost wish they did a black and white treasury size, because with the colors, a lot of it gets lost.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just kind of like, man, yeah.
But I dig it. I also, it reminded me of another. Did you see? I saw that Kirkman has a new superhero book announced that comes out in July. Did you see about that?
No.
It's called Terminal. It's a team book, kind of like, you know, he describes it like X-Men-esque. Dude, check it. Kirkman's writing it. I believe Joe Casey's on it as well. Artwork, Andy Kubert, Dave Finch, Art Adams.
What? Okay.
Yeah. There's
That's
an
right.
ash can. There's an ash can out. I saw it on eBay, and there's 2 covers, so it connects. I only saw it on eBay for sale, $150. Now, I'm not doing that. The only reason I want it is because it's black and white. I love black and white stuff.
Yeah.
You know, if Ashcan was full color, I'd be like, I don't care. I can just wait for the book, you know.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
But,
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it comes out in July, and supposedly he's got a lot of them, including art wrapped, done in the can, kind of like Skin Breakers. Because, you know, Skin Breakers, Finch started like in 2018, I think.
Yeah. That's what I heard. That's crazy.
Yeah, so it seems like he's got a lot in the can, because, I mean, you got Andy Finch and Art Adams, and this is going to come out monthly. You better have some in the can.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Awesome. That's
and
exciting.
then in June, and Dennis will like this, Mask #1.
About time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said it was going to hit because, I mean, that's why Void Rivals came out today, you know, and that is part of the Energon universe. G.I. Joe Transformers, they introduced Miles Mayhem a little bit ago. They introduced Tracker just before that. So I'm like, oh boy, we're going to be getting Mask rolled into the Energon universe. Just a matter of time. And then something cool happened this last month here with poor old Miles Mayhem gets away with something, and they find out, the Joe team finds out he's not a good guy.
I know, I saw that. Yeah.
That was awesome. So I was like, Mask, so excited.
Yeah, I will say, if you're not reading like the new G.I. Joe and Transformers, it is really good. Now, it's been out for a while, so if you haven't started, you'd have a lot of catching up to do, but it is good.
I started.
It's the best writing right now, pretty much out there. The storylines on both Transformers and G.I. Joe are great. They interlock very well. Like I said, the Quintesson Wars are going on in Void Rivals. I don't get Void Rivals except for, you know, when it does crossovers like that, I automatically get them.
Yeah, I've been collecting the G.I. Joe since Image picked it up. And then I haven't read all of them, though, so I'm kind of like spotty on that. I just want to kind of go back and read all of them together.
Yeah, but which one? Because remember, they did G.I. Joe starting with 301 when it left IDW, and that's still written by Larry Hama. But then they started over with the number 1 that is the one that connects with the Transformers universe.
So there's G.I. Joe, for those of you out there, A Real American Hero, which is what continued the numbering.
Right.
And then now they started out with G.I. Joe, which is the shared universe, part of the Energon universe. So if you want the ones with the Transformers,
That's it.
Yep.
That's shared universe.
Yep, that is.
Yeah.
That's I mean, the other one with Larry is good. I will say I stopped buying it because one of the reasons I did buy it, because I never read G.I. Joe or Transformers growing up.
Same.
You know, they came out. I was like, that's nice. Don't care.
You should have.
And I figured, okay, it's under Kirkman. I'll start with 301, and then I'll start with, you know, Transformers 1. And Transformers I just love from the get-go. And with G.I. Joe, I bought it because the artist on it, Chris Mooneyham, I really like his artwork. He's an ex-Kubert student. He went to the Kubert school, and you can see that, you know, he's a fan of like Joe Kubert, Andy, Adam. You know, he's got those touches in his work. I love it. But he's, you know, he would do story arcs, and then Paul Pelletier, who, you know, I know Paul, I like Paul's art and stuff, you know, pitched in on 6 issues, and then Chris came back, and then whatever. But once the other G.I. Joe came out, I was like, well, one's got to go. This one's tied in with Transformers, so I'm just going to do this one.
Yeah.
You know, but it is good stuff. And I do like the art style and the G.I. Joe stuff. That it's, you know, it's simplified, but I think it works, and the coloring works. It, you know, Kirkman's putting good teams together on this stuff.
He is.
So yeah. I'm very curious. I was never. Did you buy Mask in the 80s or 80s from DC? You did?
Yeah.
I never bought Mask. Didn't care. But I got to say,
apparently you don't care about any of the good stuff from that era.
I'll probably get number 1 when it comes out. But I'm definitely down, man. When I saw the Terminal thing with Andy, Dave Finch, and Art Adams, I was like, holy shit, I'm getting that. So
it's rad.
Yeah, dude.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's going to be good stuff.
So question, I don't know if you guys know this or have an answer, but so, you know, the last Transformers movie, they brought in the G.I. Joe at the end.
Yeah.
So I wonder how all that's going to work, if it's going to be any way tied in with this whole Energon stuff, or
I'm going to say probably not.
Yeah, I was going to say probably not.
Unless they sit down, and if they do, it wouldn't be in with that anyway, because unless that made a ton of money, which it didn't, to make it worthwhile. But they would have to go in with Kirkman, because this is all Skybound's part of Image and stuff like that. That's a completely separate entity. So, you know, I would be curious. I would actually say, if they're going to reboot the movies and do something good,
They should
this
follow
would be
this.
this is the way to do it.
Yeah,
I mean, because the Transformers, I love the movies, but they really started losing their way towards the end. And the G.I. Joe ones were just kind of fun, but the story and the gravitas that they've got in both G.I. Joe and Transformers, and now Mask. I mean, what a great concept to bring everything together to the big screen. If you're going to do it, this is the way to do it if you want us fans to get excited and rush out and support everything, because I am buying everything tied to the Energon universe right now. And there are so many of us at the local comic shop that are doing the same thing. It's a great title. So, hey, just saying.
Yeah.
If you ever listen to us out there, Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think if they did, I think for one summer, if they started the summer with just say Transformers movie, and then the end of the movie you got a hint of Joe, like after credits something, and then the end of the summer they bookended it with the G.I. Joe movie, and at the end of that movie they had a after credit with like Transformers, and then so basically you reset both IPs. And then the following summer, you get a Transformers Joe movie together.
Yeah.
That would be freaking awesome.
You keep leaving out Mask, man. You can't leave it out. It's part of it now. Just saying.
So when you say, I think like Jim Carrey, The Mask, but what are you talking about? What's Mask? I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, here.
It's a anagram, right? That's okay.
Mobile Armored Strike Command is what it stood for.
There it is. Mobile Armored Strike Command. It was a comic that came out. Was it based on a toy line first?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it was based
Just
on
like
a toy
all of them
line.
were.
Yeah. So it came out from DC Comics in the 80s. You know, it debuted like a lot of stuff back then with an insert into one of their regular comics, and it had an ongoing series. I don't know how many issues it went for. How many issues did Mask go for?
They had a mini series, and then
one of my teachers actually worked on it from the Kubert School.
That's cool.
For a bit. I don't know. I just out of like the three franchises, Mask and like G.I. Joe and Transformers,
Mask was the least popular.
Mask was the least popular. If I wasn't buying G.I. Joe and Transformers, I wasn't about to buy Mask.
They had cool vehicles because like they were transforming vehicles, but they didn't transform into robots. They transformed into other cool vehicles. So this is when IDW, you can see this is Mask, this is DC.
Okay.
If only you went to the Read Comics site, we could look at the interiors.
That's nice.
You bastard.
Yep. Don't see you doing anything except sitting there criticizing, just like an old haggy woman.
Well, I don't know. I assumed you had
haggy woman. You saw what I was doing.
I thought you had enough brains to do it the right way. And then I realized
all I wanted to do was show.
Why don't you show them interiors? You don't need to just show covers. Just saying.
No, you're just
put
saying.
Extra effort in, Dennis. It won't kill you. It really won't.
Anyway, that's what Mask is. So it's a whole set of. They each have their own code names. It was a secret base that they had, so you could actually buy like the base, and you can see there's like a gas station, and each of them have their different powers. They have the helmets that came on that were masks. They would come down up above, get charged up, put it on there, and they had abilities on there. But then they each had their own vehicle with all the really cool stuff in it.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. So, I mean, you've got transforming vehicles. And again, in the story, they work it out really well because you've got actual Transformers. And now you've got the G.I. Joe group that's figuring out. And you've got bad Transformers that they realize, oh, these are like real villains. We need to help stop them because they just wiped out a whole bunch of American military and stuff like that. And now we've got Mask, who's taken that ability from the Transformers and being able to do obviously something evil with the ability to transform into other stuff. So the story just makes a lot of sense. It's cool.
Nice.
All right. Let's see. Is that mine or yours?
I don't know what you're doing.
And that's coming out in June, you said?
Mask is June and Infernal is July.
Okay.
So
Mask.
Mama Mask.
Great cartoon intro too. All three of them: GI Joe, Transformers, and Mask. All great cartoons.
All right, hold on here. Let's see. It's not sharing for some reason. There it is. It's spinning.
Oh, it's like Andy.
We're getting a wheel of doom for some reason. Do you see that spinning? It's not showing anything, is it, Eric? On your end?
Yeah, I do see a spinning wheel.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Oh wow, Kurt Swan and Kurt Schaffenberger. Well, that I didn't know. All right, well, forget it. It's just spinning, and that doesn't make me happy. So, well, anyhow, that's what Mask is. So they don't have a cool catchphrase like "more than meets the eye" or anything, though.
Hold on, I got some.
I don't think you do.
Yeah, you do. We'll do one last thing here. This is pretty sweet if I say so myself.
Yeah, you do say a lot of stuff yourself.
I do, and it's all true.
No, I don't think so. What the hell is it?
Obviously, you don't know. Why? Because you didn't watch me do anything.
The intro to the cartoon.
Crusaders working overtime, fighting crime, secret raiders who will neutralize soon as they arrive. The soundtrack is gonna leave the mansion, and Spectrum's guns of supervision. Mask is the mighty power that can save the day. Mask, no one knows what lies behind the man's charades. Mask, always riding on Venom's trail. Come see the laser rays. Fire away.
Wow, I bet you ran home from school with anticipation.
Oh God, yeah, that was great. Who wouldn't?
Guys with girlfriends, that's who.
Wow. G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Mask. Wow, you literally just put down my childhood. Wow.
Well, it's not hard. I know way too much about it. Hold on, you want to see something Mask wise? You know, I have a little thing with Mask too, so I can show you. Hold on, I got.
Hopefully it's Jim Carrey, because otherwise your mask sucks.
You shut your mouth. You shut your dirty whore mouth, you bastard. When you see it, you'll be like, "Oh, dude, that's cool. Why haven't I seen that?"
Oh my God, the show's gonna be over for next week by the time you get this up.
Shut your.
You know, we got limited time. Poor Eric's got things to do.
Shut your pie hole. Oh yeah.
So I got him over here looking at pictures of the terminal. I'm checking this out.
Oh, you found some? Cool.
Terminal. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty cool looking.
Yeah. All right. Let me share something here. Terminal. All right, let's see if this shares. Oh my God, what is? Oh, there it is. See, variant cover for an issue of Mask. Did you know about that?
Wow.
Bart and I did a variant cover. Yeah.
Ooh.
Who are those characters, Dennis? Do you know?
Well, that is Miles up in top there.
Who? The black guy?
No, the bad guy, Miles Mayhem.
Oh, good. Point at your screen. Nobody can see you do it.
Well, can't point on the screen up there, and obviously
why don't you say
tell.
the big white guy at the top?
Wow, because I don't see color, Andy.
Well, that's because you're colorblind. Next, who's this? Who's the dude that has his back to us?
Don't know.
What? It's
No.
Mask. How do you not know?
Okay.
Well, who are these people? Any idea?
Yeah, they're all part of Mask.
Oh God! See,
look, it's
big
different.
fanboy here.
Even the vehicles are different, so everything is different from like the cartoon and the original comics.
All right, whatever.
And that isn't Tracker.
I don't know who it is. Looks like
Well, exactly, because you know nothing about Mask, but yet you did it. Okay.
no. All right. Anyhow, guys. Kickstarter, Lilineth, Infernal Conflict, 3 backers away from 100 backers. You know you want it. You got to have it. The Billy Tucci cover, exclusive to this campaign only on Kickstarter. Get yourself the beautiful Lilineth Billy Tucci cover only here on Kickstarter. If you get the collector's box, you will save over $30. You get all this great stuff. You get the black and white John Malin variant cover, only available here. The Circia bookmark and Billy Tucci's cover. So come check it out and get Lilineth Infernal Conflict. Of course, all the other covers are available on the Kickstarter campaign as well. So check that out. And then, of course, if Indiegogo is more your style, well, come on down to Indiegogo. And you can save $30 on the collector's box there. The only thing not there, of course, is Billy's cover. But everything else is here. We've got a few copies left of the, oh yeah, you can
Retro.
see 10 pages of interior art. And yes, we have a few copies left of the newsprint retro edition. That's right. Lilineth Infernal Conflict, flatter color, newsprint, stapled. It'll take you back to the good old days of reading comics where you smelled the newsprint first. And these come signed and numbered, limited to 100. There's a few copies left. Don't miss out. You'll want to get that for sure. That does not come in the box. Yeah, we're into the new year. We're almost into the third month. 9 to go. Kor-Drath calendar. You order it. We ship it a few days later. So get in on that. It's the one calendar that when the year's over, you'll want to keep instead of just throwing in the circular recycle bin like you do with those free things you get from your AC company. Who wants those? Get yourself a calendar with great artwork. Dive into the world of Kor-Drath. 2-inch Lilineth figure also comes in the collector's box. Lilineth diving back into the abyss. We learn more about her backstory, how she came to be, fighting the demon lord Vixarion with her succubus allies. Fun action adventure. Go check it out. The links for all this stuff is in the description below. And of course, check out Shadow Sentry as well. So there you go. Well, thank you for joining us today, Eric.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, dude. You know,
Anytime.
you know.
Anytime.
And when I'm out in San Diego, I know you'll be going anyhow, I assume. So
Yeah, I'll, I get a professional badge anyway, so I'll be there for sure.
Nice. We'll definitely have to meet up and stuff. That'll be fun. But
Sounds good.
there you go, guys. And tomorrow night, Dennis and I are back on track with the movie reviews. We are going to see, no, this is not Dennis's autobiography. It's a movie, Psycho Killer, and inspired by Dennis's true life events. So Psycho Killer, hour and 40 minutes. It's from the company that brought you Long Legs, which is a really good movie.
Yeah,
so,
we did enjoy that.
So we're looking forward to it. So tomorrow, Psycho Killers, movie review drops, back on track. Next week, Chuck Dixon joins the show. So until then, go watch the Graybeards and see what they're drawing today. I think I voted in the poll. Yeah, I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Go watch the Graybeards. Be surprised at what they're drawing. So, what do we got here? Eric, I just saw a link you shared. Is that I can't read it though. What am I doing with this?
Yeah, that is so that will link to my website, and it kind of has a rundown of all the Rippaverse stuff, or I'm sorry, the Ripascend book, and
Okay, hold on.
more artwork, reviews, all kinds of stuff like that. So if you're a first time Shadow Sentry person, check that out. That's a good link.
I will share it now.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah.
Hopefully that did it. There we go. There's that link. So go check that out so you can see more of Shadow Sentry and all the good stuff. And all right, there you go. We'll be back next week. Go check out Graybeards. And Eric, thank you again for joining us.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you guys.
Bye, everybody.